Hello my friends, what's going on? Today I want to make a video about how I'm making a survival kit for my cousin. And my cousin is going to Central and South America, so he is going to Colombia for 3 weeks and to Panama for 2 weeks. And I say to him, hey, I want to put together a survival kit for you because the jungle is really not an easy environment to survive in, and I had a couple of extra things at home, and this is what I want to borrow to my cousin so that he is safe on his journey. And yeah, I've been to tropical regions 2 times now, or actually 3 times. 2 times to Africa, 1 time to Costa Rica. So I know a little bit about those countries. And the most important thing is the water situation. So very often you cannot drink the tap water there, or sometimes it's really hard to come by water bottles. So the first thing that I want to give him, which is probably the most important survival item, is this water filter. So this is the water filter that I want to borrow to my cousin. This is the MSR Miniworks X, and you can filter about 2000 liters with this one cartridge, which is inside. So this filter is a combination filter. It has a ceramic filter inlay, but also inside of the ceramic there is activated charcoal. So it filters out all of the nasty stuff, not only the biological contaminants, but also some toxins. And that's really awesome. So I have a friend, he is one of the best survival instructors here in Europe. And he had this filter for 10 years. He brought it to desert environments, to jungle environments, and he said he never got sick when he used this filter. So yeah, because my cousin is staying so long in those countries, you need a proper filter. And this is basically a expedition filter, and the capacity is big, so 2000 liters, no problem. And even if the water is a little bit dirty, you can take out the filter cartridge and then you give it a good rub with the foam, and then you can use it again. So it does not really clog up in dirty water, and that's a cool thing. So you just clean off the surface and then you can use it again. And together with the filter you need a water bottle, and as a water bottle this Nalgene bottle fits very well. So you just attach the filter onto the bottle, and then you can let the hose hang into a creek, and then you can get your water from there. Also, because I had it, I'm going to give him this cup here. This is a Tatonka cup, which is fitting the Nalgene bottle perfectly. Right, so water, that's the most important thing if you're going to such countries where very often you don't find even plumbing. So sometimes they don't even have tap water, so you have to get your water out of a creek. Okay, then next I have prepared a mixture of essential oils for him, and they're going to be 3 friends traveling, so I prepared 3. And these are a mixture of peppermint oil, clove bud essential oil, thymian essential oil, and citronella. And those are known to repel mosquitoes. And I also have added 3 of these water bottles. So you take 2 drops of the essential oil mixture, put it into the water bottle, then fill it up with water and dilute it, and then you can use it on your skin and on your clothes. So you never want to use this directly on your skin, because otherwise you will get really irritated skin and even eczema and such. So always dilute the essential oil, and this is why I have included the spray bottles. Alright, then my cousin is traveling really lightweight, so I thought I'm going to give him this very lightweight rain poncho. It's probably not gonna hold for a long time, but better than nothing, of course. Then I want to give him some paracord so that he can set up his hammock. And I want to give him this old Swiss Army knife. And this is awesome because it has a locking blade. And I already told him that I always want him to carry this in his pocket in case he has to run away into the jungle. You want to have at least a small knife with you. And even if he has to leave all of his stuff, it would be great if he at least carries the knife and the tinderbox and maybe also this thing. So this is a small, really nice compass that I found on Amazon. It only cost like 15 bucks, but it's super awesome because you can wear it like a watch. And if you go into the jungle, it's super important that you have a compass, because inside of the jungle, there's no way that you can orient yourself with landmarks because you're not going to see very far. So there's just trees and trees everywhere, and you really want to have a compass. Now my cousin David is also going to bring a really nice map compass, but that's going to be inside of the backpack. So in case he has to run away and leave all of his stuff, I want him to wear this compass 24/7 when he's in the jungle, together with the knife and the matchbox. So then you would have orientation, you would have a knife and fire, and then you're way better off in the jungle. And this is really awesome. This compass is super. Look at that. You can take your bearing, and then you can even look through here, through this window at the side. So that's really awesome. And it's also a glow-in-the-dark compass. So he can even walk in the night. Although I'm not recommending this for the jungle. So walking in the jungle in the night is not a good idea. But it's still awesome that this compass is luminescent, because if he loses it, he can find it more easily with the luminescent bezel. Then I got a really lightweight light for him, and he can recharge this light with USB, and he can hang it inside of the hammock or shelter, and it's a really nice light. It has 1800 milliamp hours, so it's good for one night, but then he has to somehow recharge it, and he's thinking about bringing a power bank. So that's going to charge his phone and this light. Yeah, and then I thought I'm going to give him this machete. This is a machete designed by Matt Graham. It's produced by the company Conda, and I've tried it out for a review, and I really like it. I think it has the perfect size. It's not too heavy, so it's quite thin. It's not too long, but still long enough that you can work with it properly. So I thought I want to give him this machete, because if they are in the jungle, they are going to work with leaves, and they are going to cut down some trees for the shelter. So you want to have something, a tool that you can work with. And yeah, this is a really nice machete. So yeah, that's my present, my gift to David. And I hope that he can put it to good use in Colombia and Panama. All right, next, in the jungle, it's really hard to make fire. So I have prepared some tinder for him. This is some cotton pads with wax. So really efficient tinder. And also I have put together a small match kit, matches. So in here I have some really interesting matches. These are from the Austrian military, I believe, and they are coated with wax, so they burn really, really long. So I threw in a couple of these. Also I've thrown in a couple of stormproof matches. And then birch bark, one more stormproof match, and then I have two striking areas, and one of which I have sealed, and this is for when it's about life and death, and the other ones are just for, yeah, everyday use. One more stormproof match, and then some fat wood here. So together with the tinder in this box, he should be able to get a fire. And also inside of the lid there's a small mirror, and here we have a small ferro rod and some duct tape on the outside of the waterproof container. And duct tape is also burnable, so in an emergency you can use this for tinder. So that's the fire kit that I've prepared for him. And yeah, making fire in the jungle is really hard. Everything is wet. It's not impossible, but it's really hard to make a fire in the jungle. So even with this here, it's going to be hard. But also my cousin is carrying lighters into the jungle, so he should be fine when it comes to making fire. Next I have this small signal mirror. It's a really small one, lightweight. He can also check for injuries in the eye. And here I have some instructions, a small survival instruction handbook on how to use this mirror. Then next, for hygiene, I've gotten this citronella soap. And this is also effective against mosquitoes. So he can wash himself with it and also his clothes. And then this is an extra layer of mosquito repellent. Then I've got this blue bandana for him. I know that blue is his favorite color, and bandanas are really important. They are very versatile in survival situations. Maybe if you have an injury, you can use it to cover the injury. So yeah, bandanas are great and they are really important. Okay, the next for a sleeping system, my cousin is going to buy a hammock with an integrated mosquito net, and this is how he's going to sleep in the jungle. So that's his sleeping system, but also he needs a tarp for it. So I'm going to give him this tarp, which is ultra lightweight, and it's 160 by 245 centimeters. So it's far more than enough for one person. So that's for the shelter, ultra light, which is really important. He really wants to cut down on weight. I also gonna give him a roll of paracord so that he can set up the shelter system. And then here I have a mosquito net, which we were using in Africa. So I'm going to borrow him this net. So if he stays in a hostel, he can use this net for the bed. So mosquito nets are really important. You want to have more than one option. And right now, I believe there's dengue fever in Colombia and other tropical diseases that you don't want to get. So you really want to protect yourself from the mosquitoes, and a mosquito net is super important. Next here I have a waterproof bag. So in here he can store his passport, his purse, wallet, and maybe some of the electronic parts. So yeah, in the rainforest it's going to rain. So you really want to make sure that you have some kind of waterproof bag for your valuables. Okay, next I have prepared a first aid kit for him. And I have it in this waterproof bag and additionally in this other waterproof plastic bag. So yeah, this is just a very basic first aid kit. It comes with basic necessities like scissors, earbuds, some plastic gloves, some tape, tampons, then some alcoholic wipes, sanitizing wipes. Then we got this tweezer here, and then here we got some eye drops. Then in this small pack we have some band-aids, different sizes, and steri strips. We got an extra mirror, different gauzes, more tape. This is a wound compress, a bigger one for bigger injuries. Then we got eye compress, emergency space blanket, condoms, and a triangular bandage. So a basic first aid kit like this one here is a must-have, especially if he's working with the knife and also with the machete. Okay, last but not least, I want to show you the fishing kit that I've put together for him. So I found this tin can here, and then I had this roll of fishing line. And if you take a close look at the lid, you can see that I've taped 2 needles into the lid. So if he has a splinter, he can get out the splinter with the needles. And here, yeah, there's a basic fishing kit inside. So I got a ton of hooks in here. I got some rubber bands that he can use together with the cork So with the cork he can make a swimmer for fishing. Then I have these hooks. He can either fashion a fishing pole with it, or he can use the hook to hook in the mosquito net. And then in here I got a ton of sinkers. So that's a lot of sinkers. So if he wants to, he can do some recreational fishing, but also of course if he gets into a survival situation, this is a really nice fishing kit, and with this kit he can survive in the jungle for quite some time. And this is the fishing wire, so he just needs to pull it out, and then this wheel is going to turn at the inside. So yeah, pretty awesome. I'm really proud of this fishing kit because I've put it together in a hurry yesterday, and then I found out that this fishing line spool fits right inside of this tin can. So really awesome, very lucky. I also have glued on some rubber string onto here so that the lid closes down very tight, and so that none of the fishing hooks or other fishing equipment are falling out when he's opening or carrying this container. Okay, before I close up the fishing kit, I first want to mark the string so that he can see where the string is. So this is how he can find the string more easily. And now let's close up this bad boy. And here we go. That's a really nice fishing kit. And yeah, awesome. Really lightweight and small. So yeah guys, this is the survival kit that I've put together for my cousin, and I really wish him well for this journey. It's going to be a long trip. It's going to be partly dangerous. The jungle is always dangerous. But yeah, I think with this kit he's going to be fine. He will survive. And I think the most important thing is the water filter. So with this water filter, if he's using it correctly, he should not get ill from waterborne diseases. I think it's a great survival kit. That's also what I would take for a journey to a tropical environment. So yeah, this is it guys. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that my cousin is going to make some videos about the gear that he's using, or maybe photographs, and then I will report back on how his journey went. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned till next time.